Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Question today for my tazkiyah is, what are the real effects of pornography on your mind and body? With your mind, first and foremost, it affects the way your mind sees intimacy. So basically, you're going to see intimacy in a light that is unreal. What you see in pornography in many cases is not a representation of real intimacy. So your mind now gets conditioned and convinced that true intimacy is what you see online. Which means when you're going to get married, you're going to have certain expectations, and reality is not going to match those expectations, which means you're going to have an existential crisis. There's too much of a gap between expectation and reality, and you're going to have a failed marriage, especially because intimacy is one of the most important things when it comes to marriage. So the way you look at sex basically is going to change, and it's going to hurt you, be it that you're a woman or a man. Okay? So that's one of the main ones. Another one is obviously your dopamine threshold is going to be much higher, and you're going to always want to find more exciting, more shocking things. And what it can happen, it can lead to a dissatisfaction where you're not going to find any more genres of things that might excite you, which now will move on to the realm of acting on your desires, because you're not satisfied by what you see anymore. It can lead to actual zina and many other disastrous things. Catching STDs and dealing with homosexuality and all kinds of things. So these, I would say, are the main ways it affects your mind, not to mention the lack of focus, the lack of drive, the lack of motivation, internal, intrinsic motivation. These are all affected. You won't do well in your school, you won't do well at work, because your mind is just not focused on the reality. The sex hormone and the libido naturally, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made as an energy for men to seek validation, to seek outside, basically, you're mission driven. Not that you're going to seek haram outside, but you're mission driven. And it has to do a lot with that desire to please your wife and to make sure you provide for them. A man who's addicted to pornography doesn't have that drive, does not have that drive. Hence he fails for his family. His mind is just fried, right? How does it affect your your body? Well, the hormones are affected. As we said, everything balances and imbalances. When dopamine is affected, other other hormones are affected as well. Testosterone is affected, which is the main male hormone. And that's why we find so many weak men, because they basically do themselves and they spill the seed and the energy that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given as a specific purpose. They spill it on something wrong. Therefore, their body's going to suffer. They're not going to have the drive. They're not going to have the ability to build that masculine frame, to have confidence, to have that aggressiveness that is healthy when controlled, of course. All these are going to affect the development of a person. Their testes, even their personal private part can be affected. There are clients that we have that suffer from these issues because of excessive masturbation, erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, which leads to obviously dissatisfaction when it comes to intimacy. There are just so many problems.